Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go. Kevin here, Top 1 Financial Advisor and best-selling author. We are here to talk about the stock market. Today I want to cover the best and worst stocks so far in 2022. So that is a year-to-date number. Now the thing here is I want you to think about which company is perhaps a bargain right now, which one of these are on sale, which one of these may not recover, and which ones are surprisingly good right now. Now I'll also say this, as I'm pulling this, there are two things I want you to know. One is when I kind of point to the graphs and things of that nature, that is the last year. However, I am looking at the year to date. So January to September, not September to September. So the numbers you're going to see on screen are going to be slightly different. That's just because public doesn't have a year to date setting here, but I do want to tell you what's going on for 2022. Those numbers I'm getting direct from TradingView. You can do the same at tradingview.com. All right, so the other thing, I'm pulling from different industries. Obviously, in terms of the best stocks, I could just list off all the energy and oil and gas stocks. I'm not going to do that, but there is one that is on the list just for accuracy's sake here. All right, the other thing too, I guess is the third thing, is I am going to focus primarily on the S&P 500. There are tons of penny stocks and sketchy companies out there that are really good and really bad. I want to focus on the ones that we can talk about and the ones that you probably heard of. All right, so number one on the list, and not necessarily in order in terms of the worst companies, this is Meta. They are down 56%. I think you know why for the most part. We've been talking about this for the better part of a year. We know that the Apple privacy laws are hurting them. We know that TikTok is hurting them. Our people are generally souring across all of Meta's platforms. Not necessarily WhatsApp that I know of, but people are really upset about the Instagram algorithm. Myself, is kind of what I do for a living, is post things on Instagram and educate people. I ain't happy about how the algorithms are really playing on content and not allowing people to grow in the way that they used to. Also, Facebook has had some privacy issues. And this is real. This happened today. I have a spam account that took my name and face, spelled it wrong, and is asking people for money on Facebook right now, and they refuse to take it off. In fact, here's the email that they say does not go against their community standards. How is that? You can't take somebody's logo and pictures of their friends and family and scam them. That's not cool. So that's just one rant about the issues that Meta has. They're also spending a ton of money trying to go into the metaverse. We'll see if that pans out or not. So they are in a heap of trouble. I can't say, because they've survived other things in the past, that they are, gonna, be wiped off the face of the earth or going the way of Blockbuster. I can't necessarily say that, but they are having some serious issues, especially with that privacy regulation, which we probably needed. So outside of that, let's move to the next company. This is Adobe, ADBE. Now they were rather in the headlines for a $20 billion acquisition of a company that should help them to become more competitive. That's a lot of money though. We'll see how Adobe does. If you want me to cover that one in detail, because I'm actually interested in it, let me know in the comments so we can do a video about that this week. Now Adobe is down 47% so far this year, and they were fine years before, but this year just has been significantly worse, even though the business, from what I can tell, has been decent to good. I haven't seen a drop in subscribers or significant drops of subscribers or anything that just really stands out as to why they're down so bad, other than the fact that it's a tech company and it's 2022. Again, y'all want to look more into it, just let me know. The other company here in terms of the worst, you probably know this one. This is Netflix. They're down 59% so far this year. This one's the most obvious one. I'm not going to come out here and say Netflix is going to go bankrupt. However, I will say that they do need to evolve, and they have. They've moved into merch. They've moved into different partnerships with Walmart and Roku. They're doing everything they possibly can to make things different. And let me correct myself. Roku is in a partnership with Walmart, and separately, Netflix is in a partnership with Walmart, but they are not all three in the exact same partnership. Netflix's partnership with Walmart is for merchandise. They're trying to move into gaming, which I don't think is the best thing to do. They are moving to ad model. They're doing a lot of different things that kind of help themselves out. We'll see if it works, but we know Disney Plus, Hulu, Roku itself has a streaming service, and others are really trying to break up that market and make things a lot more difficult for Netflix. We'll see where it goes, but down 59% so far in 2022. let's move to the best stocks. One of these, I guarantee you, will shock you because I was rather shocked here. The first one is ExxonMobil. XOM, I don't really need to go into it. The Russian-Ukraine issue has pressed up a lot of oil and gas companies. That's why they are there, and it doesn't really make me feel great that that is why they are there. But they're up 52% so far this year, as other energy stocks all up in the same sector are there. So that's not that big of a surprise, but hey, energy, it's up there. The other thing too is they were starting to rise before that particular conflict, but again, looking at the best stocks so far, that is one of them, not all of them. The next one here is McKesson. McKesson makes medical equipment. MCK is their stock symbol, and they're up 40% so far this year. Not really what I expected. I may have mentioned them on the channel maybe once or twice. However, I do have a list of about 20 stocks I update every single month for my students inside of the Investor's Toolkit, and McKesson has been there for quite a while. The last one here, this last one. This is Enphase Energy. Okay, that is ENPH. They are up 70% so far this year alone. And it's a company I had not heard of. It is in the S&P 500. All these companies are. And let me tell you real quick what this company does. I'm just going to read what the description is. And this description is from Public, which feels like Twitter from time to time rather. Enphase Energy engages in the design, development, manufacture, and sale of microinverter systems for the solar photovoltaic industry. I will put this description here because I'm butchering whatever in the world that is. Its products include the IQ7 microinverter series, the IQ battery, the IQ Envoy, so on and so forth. I don't know what none of this stuff is, but it's up 70%. Now, if I look at, if I zoom back just a bit and go year over year, so September 2021 to September 2022, we're looking at better than 100% gain in Enphase. Why didn't y'all tell me about this company? Where has it been this entire time? Now, should I invest in any of these companies on this list? Meta, Adobe, Netflix on the bad side, ExxonMobil, McKesson, and Enphase. What I would look at personally and what I am considering, I actually have Meta and Adobe. Meta is in a retirement account. Now, I've had it for years, but I will be evaluating both Meta and Adobe in December to see whether or not I want to keep it or get rid of it. There's a good case for Adobe that Adobe will be fine. There's a really strong case there, but we'll see if there's anything else that is better. That is really the question. It's not whether Adobe will be back or Meta or even Netflix will be back. It's, can I just go get something that's better than either of those two options? And then when it comes to the best company, McKesson is the one I know most about. It's the one I've read most about, so I feel better about that one. Y'all know how I feel about some of these oil and gas stocks. I wouldn't necessarily, just for me, I personally would not go with ExxonMobil. But Enphase is one I would have to, based on that number alone, I would need to read more about it. I wouldn't just jump into it just because it's up. I need to know why it's up. Is this an anomaly? Have they been doing all this stuff behind our backs this entire time? Like, why is it doing so well? I need to know. So if you want to know about any of these companies, feel free to let me know in the comments and we can do a bigger discussion about it. So if you want to know more about Meta, if you want to figure out what Adobe has been doing, because again, they made a $20 billion acquisition like 3 or 4 days ago. It was just last week that occurred. You want to know what McKesson does, feel free to let me know. And if you want to know what the heck Enphase has been doing this entire time and why they haven't been telling us, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Last thing I'll say, as always, make sure that you check out the members only. We do exclusive videos and breakdowns every single week where we ask one-on-one questions, help you find websites and tools to help you become a better investor, and then have conversations similar to this where I can help you become a better investor and really clear up some of the questions and misconceptions that you may have about the stock market. All right, that's it. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.